All right, guys. So here's another market breakdown on EURUSD. Now it all comes down to counting the waves and analyzing where EURUSD is within the trend. Now you may hear people say, EURUSD is going to 130, it's going to 136. The dollar's going down, the dollar's going here, the dollar's going where. Well, I agree. I do think the euro is going higher. I do think the euro, in fact, is going much higher from here, right? I do have a projected target of 136. Of course, in a rare case scenario, I'm also looking at 145, which would see a significant rise in the euro and a significant devaluation in the dollar, right? This also means stock markets will be going higher too. But as you can see from the Elliott channels, we're currently trading within a high speed uptrend, right? We've broken above the higher deviation band and against the lower deviation band. So the trend right now is practically sharp and fast, right? Of course, with minimal corrections. These are the kind of trends we do want to get ourselves involved in because these are the kind of trends that do give us quick and consistent profits if traded correctly, right? So on the weekly time frame, it's clear to see that the market's in a correction, right? Now, here what you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 impulse wave as wave A, you have a B, C as wave B, and you can definitely say that we're forming another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 impulse as wave C, right? Of course, if wave A is a 5 wave impulse and wave C is going to be a 5 wave impulse. If it looks like an impulse, it probably is an impulse, right? Again, I have two perspectives for an ABC pattern, but I will be attentive to the market. I'll look at probability against possibility, and of course, this is also a probable scenario. So we're gonna look with the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or the ABC scenario here, right? So we're on the weekly time frame. The trend is up, right? So now we break down to lower time frames. Of course, what we want to do is we want to make sure these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5s are visible on the weekly time frame, as we can see here. Perfect. Right. So now we're expecting wave three to, reach the upper end of this channel, right? That's the projected target for wave three. Of course, wave one looks fairly extended, but there's no way to tell whether wave one is actually extended or not. So we kind of need to go with the flow here and let wave two form, wave three form actually, because wave two is already formed. We've had the ABC pattern here, and we've completed a sideways correction as wave two. So it's debatable whether we class this as wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And this is the final fifth wave up, or we can class this as 1, 2, 3, right? And I'm much more inclined to class this as a 1, 2, 3, of course, sequence going higher, right? Because I don't believe the dollar is done yet. If we look at GPUSD, it's only just retraced, right? So we can make a strong case for just a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 scenario here. So, and our projected target, of course, is the end of this channel, right? So I'm expecting a sharp wave down after wave three within the pattern of alternation and a move higher. So keeping this in mind, what's going on the lower time frames? Well, when we're counting our waves, when we're doing our analysis again, guys, we want to make sure we know what's happening in the higher time frames, and especially when it comes to wave analysis and the wave principle, it has to reflect what the higher time frames are saying. And so the lower time frames kind of to reflect what the higher time frames are saying, right? But we keep it simple. We count the waves, we use the rules and guidelines, and we kind of work our way down, right? So we have a wave two sequence. So it's very clear right now that we are actually in a 5 wave impulse sequence currently. So this would be actually be a third wave, right? Because we had a sideways correction as wave two, this intermediate wave two, and we're currently in a third wave impulse here as wave three, right? So I've marked, of course, the 1618 and the 2 here just as a reference point. But as of now, I'm expecting the market to rise up go next week. But keep this in mind, we're in a third wave impulse. But when we want to understand where we are in the third wave impulse, we always have to break it down a notch, right? Remember, the market is fractal, waves are fractal. Each wave is contributing to a wave of the higher degree. So the lower waves are always going to look similar to the higher waves, right? So again, now we go into the hourly time frame, right? It's now much more clearer to see what's happening here, right? So let's just keep these corrective sequences visible to the 30-minute time frame, right? So now we can see the market is a lot more clearer. Now, I did issue a trade setup on EURUSD last week. However, the market didn't trigger it. Second of all, the market continues to fall. So right now, the basis of the market, the direction of the market here is that it's primed to still go higher as a sideways corrective sequence, or wave C has continued to fall and is falling towards the I guess you could say the weekly deviation line. So we could see a test of this and a test of the lower degree wave 4 right here. So there's a test of a low degree wave 4. So what we're looking at actually is the market to continue to retrace ever so slightly before we can look to buy, right? So we're looking to, if I can bring the toolbar up for trading view, if it will let me, perfect. So we're actually looking to buy here, right? We're looking to buy, and we're looking to buy all the way up to the 1618. So when the market does finish retracing, we will continue to leave our confirmation to buy here as our buy point. Of course, we have to move our stop losses lower, but our target still remains the 1236 or the 1618, which is 123, or it could be also 124, right? So I'm expecting at least 1235. In fact, I'm expecting an overshoot to 1235. We could also see 124, but I'm expecting to at least see 123, right? So that's my target for EU. Now, again, all we have to do is continue to break down the waves, and we can see, the market in a much more intricate degree, right? So we know this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave. It's very clear to see the pattern of alternation, and we're seeing this. We saw a sharp wave in wave 2, and we're seeing a sideways correction in wave 4. So we need to kind of let this sideways correction here form, and then of course we can go off there. So as soon as this form, guys, we do have the basis to go long here, and I will certainly be going long, right? Once the market does correct itself. Again, we are sitting at the 236. There's also a chance we correct down to the 382 here, but let's see what the market does here before we kind of jump to any conclusions, right? So that's all for now. That's all for this video. I will keep you guys updated as to what happens in the market. I will definitely be looking to buy EU once the correction does finish, and I will keep you guys updated. So for now, guys, take care, and I'll see you on the next market update.